The WNBA All-Star Draft was fun between Caitlin Clark and Napheesa Collier, the team captains, picking the players, picking the rosters. But the most interesting aspect was the coach swap, because Clark traded Cheryl Reeve, who was the coach of her team, or was to be the coach of her team, to Collier for Sandy Brondello, the coach of the New York Liberty.
Justice never tasted sweeter. The WNBA All-Star game just got way more exciting. Caitlin Clark is done playing nice. While everyone was busy focusing on draft picks and lineups, Clark made the boldest move of all. She traded Cheryl Reeve right out of her coaching spot. And she did it in a way that left no doubt she was...
Caitlin Clark just made the funniest All-Star selections ever. She just picked her friends. She made sure she picked no ops, as people like to call them. She made sure there were no ops on her team. If she's played with a player before, like Sonia Citron, she picked her. Gabby Williams, she picked nobody that's tweeted a negative thing about her. She's picked nobody that has said a negative thing about her in the media. She picked none of her rivals.
This wasn't just another trade. This was Clark sending a message. I'm tired of your negativity, Cheryl. I'm taking charge now. After everything Reeve did to her, the Olympic snub, the subtle social media shade, constantly undermining her, Clark finally had the chance to respond. And she didn't hold back. She made her thoughts on Reeve's coaching crystal clear.
This is the first time I've ever seen this, man. The first time out of all the times I've seen where two star players are picking up players. They ask for a trade, or the median person asks for a trade, and they're talking about trading the coach.
Let's not pretend this wasn't personal. Clark knew exactly what she was doing. On live ESPN, she looked right at Napheesa Collier and said, I don't know if this is even allowed. I don't really care, but we already agreed to trade coaches. That moment had confidence, boldness, and total boss energy. It was exactly the kind of moment her fans had been waiting.
You here, Caitlin, you said you might be aggressive on the trade market once this opened up. Is there any player that you're looking to get to? And remember, it has to be apples to apples trade here. Starter for starter, reserve for reserve. The good news is you can't go wrong with this type of talent. Anyone looking to make a deal here?
To be completely honest, I love my team. I think they're great. I don't have any intentions of really trading any of them. I don't know if this is in the rules. I don't really care. But I think we've already discussed we are going to trade coaches. Fee's going to take her coach, Sandy Brondello.
Reeve probably thought she'd coach the All-Star game without any issues, assuming Clark would just go along with it. But Clark doesn't forget, and she definitely doesn't forgive coaches who spend more time trying to tear her down than building her up. She made sure Reeve wouldn't have the chance to stand in her spotlight.
Clark was supposed to be coached by Minnesota Lynx head coach Cheryl Reeve. Napheesa Collier was supposed to be coached by New York Liberty head coach Sandy Brondello. They swapped coaches. Cheryl Reeve, dodged the bullet. Thank God I don't need to coach Caitlin Clark, man. Man, I can't deal with that. I would have had to swallow so much pride, I can't do that. Fee, she probably called in the Fee, talk to Caitlin, please. I can't coach her, I can't do it. This book's about to come out. You know what they're going to be saying if I'm coaching Caitlin Clark and the book's out? Oh, God. Fee, please.
Clark and Reeve's history is messy. Reeve tweeted things like, #12teams #Thu is more than one player, while Clark was breaking records left and right. And when Clark got snubbed from Team USA, Reeve, the actual coach of Team USA, said she couldn't comment. For months, Reeve positioned herself as Clark's biggest critic, always trying to steal the spotlight and minimize Clark's impact.
Of course, Reeve is Collier's head coach for the Minnesota Lynx, so that makes sense. But the drama is going to come from Reeve having previously been critical on social media about the amount of attention Clark received relative to the rest of the league, not to mention being the coach of Team USA that Caitlin Clark was so famously snubbed from.
If you're enjoying this drama, hit that subscribe button. But here's what sets champions apart: they remember everything. Clark didn't forget a single insult or shady comment. So when she got the power to make a change, she acted fast. She swapped Reeve out for Sandy Brondello, the New York Liberty coach who just led her team to back-to-back WNBA finals. That's a serious upgrade, from a coach who spent her time online throwing shade to one who actually wins games. Brondello even had a fun reaction. Her teenage son texted her, "Mom, you got traded." She thought it was hilarious. That's the energy Clark wants. No drama, no bitterness, just win.
Like, oh yeah, this is good. This is good. This is good. So wait, Caitlin Clark had Chrissy Sides, who never let her. Okay, now she's got Stephanie White, who wants to do off ball. Oh, okay. And now Sadie Bardell's like, wait, oh, I could show Caitlin what she's been missing this whole entire. I can set up an offense like, oh, here comes recruitment year of 2028.
Reeve had to sit back and watch as Clark basically fired her on live television. The coach who thought she could shape the public's view of Clark's career just got completely outplayed by a second-year player. You could almost see the frustration building on her face. Meanwhile, Clark was busy assembling a powerhouse team: Aya Wilson, Sabrina Ionescu, Satu Sabali, Aaliyah Boston, Kelsey Mitchell, Gabby Williams, Jackie Young, and more. This isn't just an all-star lineup, it's a super team built to win.
Caitlin Clark actually has a complete roster to start her team. She's got Caitlin Clark at the 1, Sabrina Ionescu at the 2, Satu Sabali at the 3. She must have heard the chatter in the offseason of fans saying, let's get Satu Sabali. I'm just saying, she might have heard a thing or two. We got AB at the 4 and Asia Wilson at the 5. Starters for starters, this should be a victory. I know it's the All-Star game, but
Clark didn't just grab stars at random. She started with loyalty. She picked Aaliyah Boston first overall, a message that she takes care of her own. Then she selected Kelsey Mitchell as her first reserve. Clark made sure the Fever's dynamic backcourt would stay strong for the All-Star game. Every move was intentional. She built a balanced, winning team. Aya Wilson brings MVP experience and championship toughness. Ionescu adds deep shooting and clutch instincts. Sabali offers versatility and global experience. This team isn't here for show, it's built to dominate. And most importantly, it's built with real chemistry. These players know how to play together and lift each other up.
The players was a lot of fun, and Caitlin Clark also wound up with all of the Fever members on her squad as well, meaning Aaliyah Boston, Clark, and Kelsey Mitchell will be a trio in Indianapolis for All-Star. So that's the way it went down. Here are the teams. You can see Caitlin Clark celebrating what she was able to accomplish here. That's her squad: Clark, Boston, Ionescu, Wilson, Sabali, Mitchell, Gabby Williams. I love Gabby Williams. What a player. Sonia Citron, Kiki Iriafen, Jackie Young, Thornton, Kayla Thornton from the Valkyries. So Clark should have a very fast team there.
You could tell how much this trade meant by the fan reactions. As soon as the move happened, Clark supporters blew up social media. Comments like, "Caitlin just fired Reeve on live TV, I'm here for it," and "So glad Cheryl isn't coaching Clark," were everywhere. Everyone saw what was going on. Clark was taking control of her story. Meanwhile, Reeve's camp was probably in shock, watching their veteran coach get outplayed by someone just starting her career. For months, Reeve had tried to bring Clark down with subtle digs and public shade. But now? She was publicly removed from the spotlight. Clark had enough. She's tired of the disrespect, the jealousy, and the toxic energy that's followed her from college into the pros. This wasn't just a coaching swap. It was a power move. Clark proved she's not just another player, she's a star who can shape the...
Now as Gangster Clark heard Cheryl crusted blueberry muffin ass Reeves being salty in that press conference, throwing shade at the Fever, and said, nope, get her punk ass up out of here. She ain't about to coach my team for the All-Star game, and that's why I call her Gangster Clark, because whatever Gangster Clark wants, Gangster Clark gets.
And the best part? The sweet, sweet irony. Reeve probably thought she'd get a nice career boost by coaching Clark in the All-Star game. Instead, she got reassigned to Nafisa Collier's team while Clark teamed up with a coach who truly respects her talent. This whole situation shows what makes Clark a winner. She didn't accept bad treatment or stay silent. She saw the problem, made a plan, and acted. Now she's working with Sandy Brondello, a coach who knows how to manage stars and build chemistry. Brondello led the Liberty to 2 straight finals and runs an offense that lets talent shine while keeping the team connected. She's exactly what Clark needs. And once again, Clark proved she knows how to win, on and off the court.
Bruh, tell me y'all just saw Caitlin Clark destroy Cheryl Reeves on national TV. I know y'all saw free smoke, ayy, free smoke, ayy, free smoke, ayy, free smoke. Bruh, Caitlin Clark want all the smoke. Caitlin Clark want all the smoke, bruh. Bruh, she just annihilated Cheryl Reeve on national television. I didn't see that coming. They asked Caitlin Clark, hey, Caitlin, are there any player trades you like to make? Nah, I'm kind of set with my team, but I would like to trade coaches.